It is Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody. Of course, trick-or-treating be out, tricks be out. We're still searching the studio trying to see the one that Dan Austin allegedly left for us. But we're joined by somebody who's helping us look. His name is Evan Zimmerman, but you probably know him better as Michael Myers of Decatur. Evan, thank you so much or Michael, what do you want us to call you?
You can call me Evan.
Okay.
Right.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Because I know you're busy. This is your Super Bowl today.
This is my time to shine right today.
It's funny because, here in the studio, and if you've ever been to the building here, we're kind of in a bit of a secluded area on the south side of town. And I do have to say, you came walking up and knocked on the window wearing the mask.
Yeah.
And Kylie was like,
I was like,
Michael Myers is outside.
Someone knocked on the window and I will not be turning around. I saw a mask out of the corner of my eye. And you're going to have to go take care of that.
So I mean, you have become this viral sensation. I know we did this last week where we asked who are the most famous TikTokers in Fort Wayne. And so many people called and said Michael Myers of Decatur. It's wild. You have 2.5 million followers, something like that?
Yeah, I believe on Facebook we have 2.6 million. Actually, I think on Facebook we have 1.6 million, and on TikTok it's at 2.6 million.
Wow.
Followers. Yes.
So how did this whole thing start? Because you really get it. You've got the 20-foot Michael Myers in the yard. You've got you're wearing the jumpsuit. You got the stabbing wagon. What started this whole thing?
Yeah, I've become a bit of an extremist with this, but yeah. No, like I said, a lot of people know I'm in the military. I'm in the service, and I've deployed, missed holidays, and was at Party City with my wife many years ago, back in 2012, and saw the mask sitting up there on the shelf, and I thought, oh my gosh, because I'd never seen one really in person before, and I've always loved Michael Myers, and I just went up to her and I just asked, Honey's like, can I just get this mask, please? I'll walk around the neighborhood as it. I won't get too crazy. And she just left with, just do whatever you want to do. So I bought it.
Yeah, what my response would be if my husband asked me that. Just same thing. Just do whatever you want.
Which is funny because normally do what you want means you are not going to do that.
Oh, I totally did it. I took it as a yes.
So now and then she said this was 2012.
Yes.
So when did this really kind of blow up for you?
Yeah, it blew up in 2019, I believe it was, when did a certain video, and we always take videos every year, and we would send them to our friends just to kind of lighten up get ready for the holidays,
right.
And they loved it so much. They're like, you need to share that to your page. Well, my wife's page was always private, so she unprivated a page, she posted it, and then it blew up overnight, and it's been kind of a roller coaster ever since.
Wow. And then when did you jump on TikTok?
That same year.
Same year? Okay.
I think I remember that within a month, within actually 3 weeks, we are on TikTok. We had already over 1 million followers.
Wow.
That's how fast it grew.
Wow. That's incredible.
And the crowd, you said it's just not online, though, too. You have, trick-or-treaters coming to your house. That is the stop in Decatur.
Yes. This year we were brought up in the City Hall meeting, and we have a one-way in and one-way out in our neighborhood now, and I guess we are going to have police directing traffic and all that.
That is
stuff.
incredible.
So sorry, everyone.
Well, now it's not just you. Now you have a son, right?
My son, my youngest son, Harrison. Yes, he loves it.
There's a video that you see the knife in the eye. That's too much. That's spectacular.
So just so everyone knows, that's 100% him. We had no influence on that. My wife yelled for me to come upstairs one morning and. Because he wanted to go outside and walk the streets and just in front of our house. I mean, not the streets.
Right.
You can't have a 5-year-old walk around the neighborhood. But no, he just was right in front of our house. We have a view of him at all times. And she said, come here, you need to see this. And so I grabbed my phone because I knew it had something to do with him walking around. And I started taking the video and I thought, well, what's in his mask? And I look at her and I was like, did you tell him to put that knife in his eye? And she's like, no, he's doing it himself. And now it's kind of his trademark. So he loves it.
That's spectacular.
That is so great. I know it's cool how it seems like people talking about that, seeing your kids be a part of it too. How it's kind of just become the thing in Decatur. Everyone associates now Michael Myers with Decatur. Put it on the map because you've been on a lot of TV shows and the national news and stuff and talk shows.
Like I said, we've been on quite a few, like Kelly Clarkson, Access Hollywood, The Today Show, Inside Edition. We've been on Ridiculousness, So Entertainment Tonight, it's been quite a few shows.
So cool.
So, and as viral as you are, obviously there are some people that are not aware of what you are doing and things like I've seen some of the videos. One of my favorite videos on TikTok is you're standing in the middle of the field and your wife is driving by and like, oh my God, like you're an idiot. Have you ever anybody ever been like, hey bud, what's going on? Or like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I've had that happen quite a few times, but I think not a lot, I guess. But I've only had one person threaten my life.
Really?
Oh.
Yes, it got pretty serious, but I didn't believe him, which is probably bad on my part because I 100% stayed in character. He was not from around here, I do know that for a fact, but he was. I didn't believe him because as he was threatening me, he was continuing to walk away from me, and I thought, well, if he's a real threat, he'd come right at me, so I'm going to stay in character. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it was fun.
Have people, of all the followers you have to YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, has anybody ever come to Decatur looking for you?
Oh, I've had people come from Rhode Island.
Really?
Yep.
That's so cool.
I've had people come as far as 8 to 10 hours away to come meet me.
Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that, though. Yeah.
So, do you bring this up to your wife now? Like, look, it's all because you let me buy the mask that day at the store.
We talk about it all the time, and my wife, I love her more than anything, and she's an amazing woman, and she she gets a kick out of it. But I think she doesn't like the things that I do in public. I mean, if it's within the streets of Decatur and it's no one's around. She's usually okay with it,
but
depending
Costco?
on how stupid it is. The Costco one, she was definitely a little embarrassed. Yes, that one was fun. I enjoyed that one.
I can imagine. I can only imagine.
The Costco workers really got a enjoyment out of it too.
Where can everybody find you? Like, what are your handles so that if we want to follow you on Facebook or TikTok or anything like that?
It's really easy to find us on Facebook. It's just Michael Myers of Decatur, and we're verified on Facebook now. TikTok, we're Michael Myers of Decatur, but there are multiple pages that have copied our name with our picture that are pretending to be us. So that's a problem. Yeah.
Okay.
But we're the only Michael Myers of Decatur that has the 2.6 million followers. So all these other ones have barely any following. So, and the name is spelled incorrectly too. So you got to look out for that.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Imposters. That's how you know, like, you've made it.
The scamming is really bad. I've probably blocked about 100 scammers on our pages.
Wow.
Just this month alone.
That's wild. It's just like,
it's really sad because some people fall for it.
Everybody wants to, have this following on social media, and then you have to deal with, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, thank you so much for your service.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
I know that, you said you've missed a lot of holidays and stuff like that. So I know it's tough on military families. So thank you so much for your service and the service to the community too.
Yeah, exactly.
A
lot of service, a lot of ways.
Evan Zimmer, the Michael Myers of Decatur, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.